Hello everybody and welcome to another pomade review. Now before I get started today, I know a lot of people are curious and ask me how long my hair is. So there we go. That is how long it is. It goes a little bit past the tip of my nose. And the sides, because I recently got a razor fade, are not that long. But they're about, I'd say maybe 1.5 inches, 2 inches. So there you go. Now the pomade that we're going to be looking at today is Cool Wax by Cool Grease. Now this actually is a pomade that comes from Japan, but is from the distributor Hedgelion. So let's get into it. And I do have to say, out of all the Cool Grease pomades, this one does have my favorite packaging. It has kind of a map kind of style, and it is bigger than the other ones, and I really like it. So as you open it up, you see it is this white color, and it doesn't really smell like anything to me. And it does have a very, very, very light scent that is maybe even, it reminds me of Louche, but that was a light scent too, and this is like 1/10 of that. So really, really light scent. Now, as you see, scoops out very easily, no resistance to it at all. But when you put it in your hands and rub it together, the white gets all over your hands. And that doesn't go away. But as you see, you put it in your hair and the the white is in there for a little bit, but you have to kind of work it in a little bit. So not usually something that we see with pomades, but and this is water-based, so it does wash out completely from your hair when you take a shower. But yeah, it's leaves quite a bit of streaking, and you have to work it in quite a bit. Now, this product actually is not really intended for the way that I typically do my hair. You know, I go for a more higher, cleaner pompadour, and this stuff doesn't have a lot of hold to it, but not like a light pomade in that kind of hold, but kind of doesn't have that slickness or stickiness to it. So nothing against the performance of it, but because it's not really intended for my kind of style of hair. But as I have tried in the past products of this vein that are for the lighter, looser kind of styles, compared to those kind of products, this is one of the higher quality versions of those. So I got it all in my hair. I'm going to just get it off my hands because that white stays. And I'll stick it back. Slicks quite nice, and right off the bat it has a pretty decent shine, but you will notice that throughout the day the shine does go away. And because this isn't really a orthodox, more gel kind of water-based pomade, but it does harden up just a little bit. So I wasn't expecting that either, for it to harden up, but it's not a whole bunch. It's not like Suavecito or Lay Right by itself. You know, it does harden up just a tiny bit, but not a whole ton. So as you see, I can't get a ton of height with it because it is not intended for that purpose. But compared to, like I said before, compared to other products of this vein, it is very good because it has just not a ton of stiffness to it, and it is a lot like some of those water-based pomades where you comb through it again after it has hardened and it won't harden up again. You don't need a wet comb or anything, but even though you don't need to wet comb it, wet comb's pretty nice. But I do have to say it is quite good, but not my favorite from the Cool Grease line. Actually, probably my least favorite from the Cool Grease line. But as far as the wax kind of looser style pomade goes, this one is quite good. You get a good size, you get a lot in there. It's really big because I didn't use a ton because you don't really need to. So it is more bang for your buck. As I have noticed with a lot of the Cool Grease pomades, they are that way. So there you have it, Cool Wax.